looking forward, you know what I'm saying? What would you tell your future self right now, being a new podcaster, putting your foot in the door right now? You know what I'm saying? Because this is on wax, and you're gonna look back at it and be like, man, remember I was saying this? You know what I'm saying? And I'm still doing it.
I'd say stick with it. Would be the main thing. There's going to be some discouraging moments, be some bump in the road.
Oh,
Look, the biggest podcast where you can learn them lessons. Line for line where you can learn from different sections. Made it out the mud, come tell your story, blessings. Never know who listening, never know who stressing. Devon gave you a voice, come speak your honest truth. Line for line, go bar for bar, it's up to you. Wanna talk sports, gov, and politics? Wanna talk about where you from and your accomplishments? Then Line for Line is really where you need to be. A platform that's really made for folks like you and me. You can find it all no matter what you seek. Whether you calling or you listening, tune in every week.
all right. We are back on another episode of Line for Line. I have a very special guest in the building today. Newlywed guest, you know what I'm saying? A podcaster, a MC, a part-time MC, you know what I'm saying? An all-around great dude. I got Bernard. Bernard, what's going on, bro?
Nothing much, bro. Appreciate you having me on here, dude. It's been great. Like that, it's awesome, man. It's really surreal, man. Just seeing how really how far you come and everything, and just kind of sitting across from you, dude. It's great, dude.
Man, I definitely appreciate that, bro. Stop hyping me up, you know what I'm saying? I'm just somebody who trying just like the next man, you know what I'm saying?
Dude.
But no, I definitely owe you this, bro, because last time we did the whole episode, you know what I'm saying? But my dogs just messed it up.
But
you know
they're so cute, man. Like, what am I supposed to do, you know? Like,
and the quality of that audio was really, really good, too, you know what I'm saying? I was like, I wanted to put it out so bad, you know what I'm saying? But I was like, dude, my dogs.
Just with the video and everything, they you know, they were loving me, man. They were loving me, and I was loving them, too. I could have pushed them away, but I was like, why would I ever do that?
Yeah, but that's one thing all about podcasting, bro. You got to always expect the unexpected.
Roll
you know
with
what
the
I'm saying?
punches,
because there were so many times where I'm like, I sat down, we did the whole episode. I noticed that I pressed record, but it wasn't recording from my mixer. It was recording from the microphone on the laptop. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Yeah. So, man, it's just, you just got to expect all this stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, definitely.
Yes, sir. But tell me a little bit about you, young man. How are you doing?
Oh, man, I'm good. It's been a whirlwind last 6 months. I mean, like, obviously I got engaged. We had a quick wedding. So we got married just a few weeks ago. So that was great. Went on vacation, stuff like that, man. Just been working and working on podcast stuff and getting ready to launch pretty soon here. So
yes, sir. Well, with this episode being a podcaster's testimony, just tell us a little bit about the trials and tribulations to getting started, how you thought about podcasting, all of that fun stuff.
Yeah, man. So I'm with my buddy. His name is Dalton. And so Dalton and I, we always talked on the phone on Sunday mornings, just talking about fantasy football. And, you know, he's a Bears fan, I'm an Eagles fan, obviously. And we'll just be talking about, you know, just fantasy outlooks, like any different things with different players, sending our lineups and stuff like that. And then one day he kind of came to me last year and said, "Hey, dude, you want to start a podcast and doing this?" So I said, I'm not sure about that. I kind of turned him down right away. And, he kept on kind of persisting a little bit. And then I was like, yeah, like, let's give it a shot. So we started recording just on his phone, like over Zoom, because this was during the pandemic, obviously. And we're just recording like that, just trying to practice a little bit, like build out some show structures, trying to figure out what we wanted to do for the season. And now we're kind of putting everything together, getting Riverside going, getting just getting like our logos, things like that, getting some things lined up. So when the season comes around, we'll be ready to go.
Yeah. So tell us a little bit about the name of your podcast, sir.
Yeah, man. So the name is it's a network, actually. So we're calling it the Ope Boys Podcast Network. So OPEBOIIS. So it's just two boys from Wisconsin, obviously with the joke, like, Ope, when we move by you and stuff like that. So
people from Wisconsin definitely know what that means, right?
Yeah. So it's the Ope Boys Podcast Network. It's gonna be a mix of three different shows. And so we have the Ziggy and Steel show. We took both of our middle names and made a show out of it, which is going to give you primarily your fantasy football and regular football advice and things like that.
Yes, sir.
Talking about all across the league and stuff. And then we have a ZNS sessions where we're going to kind of dive in. It's a special series where we dive into 30 different players and really talk to them about, or dive into in-depth analysis on these players and what their outlooks will be for this season based off what they did last year and, some of the coaching changes and things like that. So we're excited for that too. And then our third show is going to be the ZNS, or it's going to be the Down with OBP. So Down with Ope Boys Pod is what it is, OBP. And so that's going to give you everything outside of football. So it's going to give you music, food, TV shows, movie reviews. Like, I know you do comic book reviews, so we'll be talking with you.
Yes, sir.
We'll talk about like some mental health. My wife is a mental health therapist. And so, we'll be talking to her a little bit and stuff like that. So that's kind of what we're what we want to build the network off of is just give you football and then everything in between.
Yes, sir. And now, how long in the making would you say this podcast has been for the two of you again?
Probably about a year and a half, honestly. Yeah. Just really just practicing, like bailing on so many different levels, man. Just in terms of, we were just talking about how like your dogs are getting in the way. So we've had just computer crashes. Both had to get some new laptops, get some equipment going, things like that. So it's always a small process, man. Just slowly but surely, just kind of picking up and just trying to buy one thing here, next thing here, and then all of a sudden you have all this equipment that you never thought that you would ever pick up like a year ago. So
yes, sir.
Yeah, man, that's really how we've kind of built it.
That story sounds really familiar because let me tell you about me, man. I literally started off of the phone as well too, sir. Like literally just recording with guests in my kitchen. You know what I'm saying? I would place my phone right there in the center of the table. We would just talk, and to start off, it was kind of bogus because you would hear my refrigerator running, you would hear my dog walking across. It's just everything just was not where it needed to be, but obviously you got to start somewhere. You got to crawl before you walk. And
that's right.
Before you know it, I had some new mics sent to my door. You know what I'm saying? Started recording off of those. But I'll tell you, bro, it's literally learning as you go 24/7. You know what I'm saying? Because people always look at me. They're like, oh, well, that episode, the quality wasn't all that. You know what I'm saying? But people don't see like all the hard work that goes into it, especially me being an independent podcaster by myself. So I edit the videos. I record the videos that you can see. I record the audio. I host the show. You know what I'm saying? I edit the audio. It's just, there's just so
much to go in just to release one. Yeah. And you're doing like video. Again, you're doing audio and video.
Yes,
you're doing all the promotions I see on all social media.
Yes,
and I'm just like, man, like
there's just so many moving parts to it. You know what I'm saying? But me, I love podcasting. I love talking. Like this is what I was meant to do. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to like sacrifice all the time, money, effort, everything I can to make my show sound really good. I really can't wait to join your network and get on the podcast and stuff like that.
Definitely, dude. Yeah, we're all about collaboration too. So it's like we definitely want to reach out to guys like you. I know we talked kind of a little off air about Corey a little bit too. So just want to get pretty much everybody in on this and just really bring and connect kind of all of even Wisconsin and beyond. Like obviously I'm in Chicago, so just trying to connect really just the Midwest here. Like there's not a lot of major podcasts that's really coming out of the Midwest like that. So we just want to kind of get everybody in one spot and, just keep it sharing ideas and stuff.
Big facts. Like, how many people would you say you've reached out to so far?
So I probably reached out to not that many people in terms of podcasting wise, but we're just really trying to build like a core fan base right now and just trying to, send people like, obviously we've been shooting it like out at email and like just some of our practice pods and say, hey, like guys, what do you think? Like give us some feedback. You have any questions that we can kind of throw on the next episode, things like that. And so I think once we start launching, dude, then we're going to get a little bit of that notoriety and just really just having people kind of reach out that way and really expand our network.
Yes, sir. That's one thing too that people will fail to realize as well too. Like obviously you gain fans through interactions, you know what I'm saying? A lot of people who like start podcasts or whatever the case may be, they'll feel like, oh, well, if he's a podcaster, I'm a podcaster, I can't work with him. You know what I'm saying? Because I have to feel like I'm in competition with him, even though we do the same thing. But if you look at, let's just say rappers, for instance, you know what I'm saying? You see Lil Wayne having features with like The Game, Lil Baby, all these other places, even though they do the same thing he does. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, you want to mix it up and have different people have stuff to talk about. And then when you do that, you open yourself to new fans as well. Too, you know what I'm saying? My listeners may see you on the show. They're like, wait, let us go check out his stuff. He was really, really good on that show. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I'm all about. I'm just all about building the next man up, giving people their roses while they're here. You know what I'm saying? I don't have like any animosity towards anyone who do what I do. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, that's good. You know what I'm saying? I support other people doing what I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, there may be times where I'm like, you know what? I don't want a podcast today. Let me go listen to their podcast or let me go help them with their podcast as well, too. You know what I'm saying?
Right. And I think with the network, I think it's going to be a point where it's like, we're on our off days, we're going to have somebody else like hosting podcasts under the network. You know what I'm saying? And then like you can just have almost a consistent flow of different shows under this one network just because not everybody's going to want a podcast every single day. Like we got life, we got life. We both work outside of this. So it's like, we got other things that we're doing here. We're not full-time podcasters yet. So I think like just really building that base and really like building relationships and manifesting those relationships over the years here will really help just my network with you, Line for Line and everything, just to, just kind of build our fan base.
Yeah. How close would you say you guys are to up and running?
weeks, man. It's getting close. It's getting close.
Yeah,
so we want to,
time.
yeah, definitely. We want to start our ZNS sessions and start breaking down these 30 players and give you guys the film session analytics there. That would kind of be our flagship kind of starting point for the show. But again, we are real close, dude. We just got get the logos uploaded and everything, and we should be good to go. So,
do you know primarily where you'll be releasing your work through?
We'll probably be on Spotify, Apple Music. So we're going to be mainly audio right now. We will get to video eventually, but we do want to start out audio, just kind of test the waters there, see how it goes.
Yes, sir.
And then start putting some faces on there too.
Yeah. Now, would you guys be filming primarily through like Riverside? What we spoke to?
Yeah. I think we should do Riverside is the best way because again, he's in Kenosha, I'm in Chicago. We're not together that often, so I think that's going to be the best way to release it. And shout out to Riverside to make it really easy to get the MP3s up and running.
Man, I'm telling you, bro. Like seriously, that's what I use when I do my guests virtually. It's so easy, you know what I'm saying? Especially when you could just download everything right to your computer from there. Especially for me, like if I have to edit the video and everything like that, I can download everything separately. If I want to just do audio, I can download the audio. If I want the videos, I can do the videos, you know what I'm saying? Obviously, I download the audio so I can tweak it in my system as well, too. Make it louder, mix it, master it, all that.
Exactly. So, we have one of my buddies that I work music with. He's our producer, and he makes a lot of our intro, outro beats for the podcast and everything. I think I sent you one of them, and you're like, oh, man, who made that? I was like, oh, it's my buddy Nick. And so, shout out to Nick McKenzie. He's really cooking these beats for us, too, just so we can kind of give you guys a different sound every once in a while, from different, different intro, outros and things like that.
Now tell the people on YouTube at home, people who are listening, just tell them a little bit about the style of podcaster that you are.
So again, dude, we're primarily fantasy football, so we're going to talk a lot of sports. You're going to get a lot of sports from us, and then again, it's going to be miscellaneous from outside of there. So
will it be a lot of music segments and stuff?
I think eventually, like a part of the Down with OBP podcast, for example, and don't steal this idea, but for example, dude, like we'll have like a like if you have to draft your own festival, you know what I'm saying? So we might sit around with like 5-6 people and say, hey, like I'm gonna take like Led Zeppelin or something like that as first overall pick, and you gotta cross it off the list. Or like how many artists, if you want to build your festival like that, like how would you build your ideal festival? And say, oh, like I want to pair Lil Wayne with Drake, so it's like I'm gonna take them back to back, like on the turn type thing. So like we're trying to do different things like that, and just like kind of make it more fun, where you could just kind of talk about and then be like, oh, this is why I picked this dude, and kind of introduce the music segment that way too.
Now, can we expect a bunch of freestyles from you on there as well too?
Eventually, I think so. I think you can see a little bit on there for sure, man. I think once we start getting a lot of people on there too, to get the music segment bumped up, I'd say like we get some freestyles in there.
Hey, this man finna put out a whole collaborative tape off of his podcast.
Hey, man. I mean, honestly, if you really think about with music, like you can promote yourself in so many different ways. Just besides just putting out just like the regular different ways, like you can just go on somebody's IG or somebody's TikTok and just like give like a 10-minute or a 10-second like snippet, and that's gonna blow up and that's gonna bring you followers and things like that. So there's so many different mediums out there where you can really promote yourself and promote your brand that the opportunities are kind of endless, bro. Yeah,
big facts. I mean, when it comes to music, bro, like music is part of my everyday life. You know what I'm saying? So I try my best to have different artists on the show, use different people's music that approve for it to be on my show and on YouTube as well too. Because like with YouTube, when you put music on there, it'll get flagged right away. If you like say you use Kanye West or somebody like that, especially if you're at the point where you can monetize your videos,
right?
They'll flag it and you won't get paid. So you just did a whole video and you won't even get paid for it.
I know.
So that's why I always make sure I like build these connections with different artists as well too. You know what I'm saying? Because it's not only is it helping me, it's helping them as well too. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Because there's so many times where people are like, hey, who is it singing that song at the end of your thing? I need to go listen to them. Where's their IG or whatever the case may be?
Promotion.
And every time in my descriptions on YouTube, I always make sure I put the name of the artist, the name of the song, the guest. I'm put all that in the description as well too. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely.
And that's something you're gonna learn as soon as you go through it, bro. Like I'm seriously here for all the smoke with you, bro. Like whatever it is that I can help you, bro, just don't hesitate.
Oh, don't worry. I text you all the time too. So I'm just like, yo, what do you think of this? Like, does this work? Does this work? Does that work? So no, I appreciate how helpful you've been, dude. And just like even just like some of the equipment, like hey, like you should check out this equipment, like, or like I'll ask you, like, does this work, or
Yes, sir.
like, is this effective, and you'll give me your opinion. So I definitely do appreciate that. And
man, if only I had that to start off with, you know what I'm saying? No, seriously, bro, because like I had to scramble and learn everything on my own, bro. And I'm not trying to keep bringing it up on that, but it's hard, bro. Like, so most people would have quit by now, you know what I'm saying? But me, my just hunger for it is like different. You know what I'm saying?
I think they said, like, I think within like the first year, like, like 60-70% of podcasters stop. You know what I mean? Like, for various reasons, of course. But it's like once you like pass that year threshold, then like you're almost in business, man. Because that means like you really want to kind of do this. And, we don't even know where this is going to go, the Old Boys Podcast Network. So it's just going to be, it's just going to, like the possibilities are really endless, honestly, man. So I'm real excited for that to really manifest and really start taking off, dude, and working with you, of course, and just whoever else that we can really get our hands on. So.
Yes, sir. So I will say this, dude. I did get my hands on the beat. You know what I'm saying? So if you want me to play that, you know what I'm saying? I can
dude, go ahead.
I can definitely play that and see what you got.
Let's see what you got, dude. I can give you some bars here.
All right, bet. Let's go. Let's see what we got for us. Go ahead and get your little water, H2O in your system so you get situated. You know what I'm saying? See what we got. You sure you're ready for this, boy?
Oh, definitely, dude. What you got? Oh shit! Is that shady?
Yes, sir.
Oh. Shout out Devon B.
Yes, sir.
Line. Yo. See. I can spit for 10 days like Chance the Rapper. You gonna need like 10 pastors to bless this flow.
Okay.
Could have been down in Mexico, but I'm here with my team, line for line, in the summer, not the spring.
Hey.
Shout out to all the seasons. When I rap, I fall back the way that autumn season. That means the fall season. Summer and winter's just the opposite, cause I can just spit hot and cold like some tropics meet the Arctics in the spur of the moment. No Popovich. See, check the optics, bitch. I'm still in my zone. I'm a dog, motherfucker. Don't be stealing my bone. My girl ringed up at home, but hoes still in my phone. I pass him like Stockton Malone or Patrick Mahomes. D knows I was in the booth in hoo-ha clothes. Now we're making our own. Fucking 9 to 5. This is 5 to 9. Seeing dollar signs in these line of lines. Only 29, but I can testify that my mind is like a fossil. Bitch, check my watch. That's a motherfucking fossil, man. I'm murking any other rapper that's a lawsuit. More lawyers than 4 years ago. See, I took you on a journey through Weekend at Bernie's, different attorneys, and yeah, my boy here can flow.
Hey, let's go.
Yeah, bro.
Hey, that was an exclusive line for line freestyle. Let's go. Let's go. My God. I didn't know you had that in you, bro.
Yeah, bro, of course.
When you start flowing like that, bro, we all need to know.
Oh, dude, I started making music really like my freshman year of college, dude. I was with my buddy Kwame Stewart, dude, where his stage name is Hero, and I think we heard was this I Don't Like the Look. I don't know if you remember that song.
I don't think so.
Lil Wayne and Gutta Gutta. And so,
that's an old classic. That's an old classic. Yeah,
we heard that, and like we were just talking. It's like, hey man, like maybe we can like rap on this.
You calling, know you listening, tune in every week. Line for line.